We are discussing about various participants in the integrated marketing communication process, IMC process, and these participants are advertiser or client or the organization, advertising agency, media organizations, marketing communication specialist organizations, and collateral services provider. We'll talk about media organizations in this tutorial video. Media organizations. Media organizations are the entities that collect, produce, and distribute information and entertainment via print, broadcast, and digital platform. That is print media, broadcast media, or electronic media, as well as digital platforms. These entities own and manage communication platforms used to deliver advertising messages to the audience. They act as watchdog, educators, and influencers of public opinion, ranging from traditional news outlets to modern digital platforms. These organizations include news agencies, production house, government media units, and international regulatory bodies also. Media agencies versus media organizations. Both of these terms look similar, but there is a difference. Media organizations, or these are called publishers also, content creators, for example, different TV channels, produce news, entertainment, and digital content. While media agencies, they plan and buy and optimize the advertising space to help brands reach specific audiences. Agencies focuses on performance, leveraging data to drive return on investment across digital and traditional channels. Let's talk about some examples of media organizations like television networks, newspaper and magazines, radio stations, digital platform which may include website, applications, apps, social media, etc. Outdoor media like billboards, hoarding, transit media, etc. So this is about media agency versus media organization. Now classifications of media organizations. There could be three broad classifications: traditional and digital media. Second could be government or public media. Third could be regulatory and industry bodies. Let's talk about traditional and digital media. This may include organizations or the publishers or the companies like newspaper, magazines, radio, television channels or stations, and internet content providers. Let's talk about government or public media. In India, our country, bodies like Press Information Bureau, PIB, Publications Division, and Prasar Bharati manages official communication on behalf of government, central government. Regulatory and industry bodies, organizations like Audit Bureau of Circulation, which is also known as ABC, and Indian Newspaper Society, INS, regulate standards, verify circulation figures, and protect industry interests. Functions and media organizations. So let's talk about the functions of media organizations, like broadly content creation, content generation, distribution, advocacy and safety, regulation and policy. These are the functions of media organization. So content generation is like producing news, documentaries and entertainment, and distribution is like utilizing various media platforms which may include TV channels, print media, electronic media, broadcast media and internet to reach audiences. Advocacy and safety, it is like promoting high standards of journalism and protecting journalist safety. Regulation and policy, this is interpreting regulatory frameworks such as Children's Television Act, which defines educational programming. So these are the broad functions of media organizations. Now, role of media organizations. So if we talk about the role may be like message delivery, audience reach and targeting, media planning and support, cost efficiency and optimization, content integration. Message delivery is like the media organization act as bridge between advertisers and consumer. They ensure timely and wide dissemination of marketing messages. Now let's talk about audience reach and targeting. So again, this is an important role. This provides access to specific audience segments and enable demographic and behavioral targeting of the customers of the audience. Third is media planning and support. This offers data on TRP, readership, impressions, and click-through rates. This helps advertisers choose the right mix of media channels to make their integrated marketing campaign or the marketing campaign more effective. Fourth is cost effective and optimization. Now, media organizations provide pricing models such as CPM, CPC, etc. and helps maximizing the return on advertising spend. Next, fifth point is content integration. So these organizations support branded content, native advertising, and sponsorship. Also enables seamless integration of promotional messages into media contents. Relationship of media organizations with advertisers and agencies. These media organizations work closely with the advertisers as well as advertising agencies also. How these media organizations work with advertisers? They work with advertisers to understand campaign goal, objective of the integrated marketing communication campaign or the marketing campaign, and how these media organizations closely work with the advertising agencies. They work closely with the advertising agencies for media planning and media buying. These media organizations ensure right message is delivered to the right audience at the right time and right at right cost. So right message, right audience, right time and right cost. If we talk about various categories of advertising media or media organizations, then we can categorize into four broad categories. The approach taken here is to examine the advertising elements under four broad categories. First is broadcast or electronic media. Second is print media. Third is out of home media or outdoor media. Fourth is miscellaneous media. Now, how to measure these the impact of these media organizations? Measurement concepts. First is reach, second is frequency, third is effective reach, fourth could be net reach. Reach is what? A percentage related to the amount of the audience who were exposed to a specific media vehicle. This is known as reach. Frequency. Frequency is how many times an advertisement or a campaign comes in contact with the target market or the target audience. Effective reach. Effective reach is the frequency needed to achieve a given goal of the exposure. Fourth is net reach, the delivery of the number of the unduplicated target market that has been exposed to a communication as a part of the campaign. For example, whenever we buy a newspaper or magazine and we take it at our home or at office, then the the actual purchase may be a single copy or a single newspaper or a single magazine, but there could be multiple readership. Many people may be looking at the advertisement, many people may be looking at the magazine or the newspaper. In this case, the readership would be replicated or duplicated. So if you want to find out the net reach means the number of actual exposure or the people who are actually going through that advertisement or who are actually reading that newspaper or magazine. Effective net reach. Effective net reach is the percentage of the target market that sees the market at least X times or multiple times. Gross rating points. Gross rating points, it is the reach as expressed as a percentage of the target market multiplied by frequency. Frequency is number of insertion. So reach multiplied by frequency is gross rating points. Now cost per thousand. Cost per thousand, it is the most common use efficiency measure. The cost of a given media or the media mix in delivering 1,000 individual impressions within the target market. So this is known as cost per thousand. Discussing about various types of advertising media or media organizations and their measurement concepts, we'll talk about broadcast media and we'll start with television. So, what is broadcasting? It is a method of distributing television or radio signals by means of stations that broadcast signals over channels assigned to specific geographic area. And TV broadcasting, television broadcasting maybe in the form of networking. It may be focused on a local area through satellite also and through cable network also. Characteristics of broadcast media. It can reach into the mass market fairly low cost per exposure. But clutter is an issue with the broadcast media. Broadcast media, television, it, if we talk about the strategic marketing communication elements associated with broadcast media, particularly in television, then we'll talk about ADI, which is area of dominant influence, designated market area, DMA, television households, TVHH. So these are the three strategic marketing communication elements associated with broadcast media: ADI, DMA, TVHH. Now, area of dominant influence is it is the geographical area over which local television station holds domination, and this is used by Arbitron. Designated market area DMA is used by Nielsen. Television households TVHH. It is the number of households in the market that have at least one television sets. Now continuing further, we'll talk about HUT, households using television. So it is the number of TVHs that have television in use. Rating points. Rating point is a figure equal to 1% of TVHH. Rating point. Rating point, it is the number of households turned into a program divided by TVHs. Cost per rating point, CPRP. CPRP is a useful calculation in assessing the efficiency of a media buy by itself or in comparison to another buy. And this CPRP is the cost of commercial in a given program divided by rating of the given program. So these are the strategic marketing communication elements used in broadcast media. So we discuss about various measurement concepts in broadcast media like area of dominant influence ADI, designated market area DMA, television households TVHH, households using television HUT, rating points, cost per rating point CPRP, and we will also talk about a important measurement concept which is day parts. Day parts is time scheduling segment for a given day used for television and other broadcast media. It is a strategic marketing and broadcasting tactic or strategy that divides the day into specific segment for the purpose of advertising. For example, morning, prime time, night, evening. An objective is to target the audiences when they are most active, improving ROI and other relevant factors. Now, objective is to capture the maximum audience, gain the attention of the maximum audience so that the maximum objective of the advertising may be achieved. On your screen, you can see a table is mentioned. This table is an example about television day parts breakdown, and you can see the day-wise timing are mentioned here, and different categories of the timings are mentioned. For example, morning, daytime, early fringe, prime time, prime time on Sunday, and late news, late fringe, etc. So many of us are already aware of this prime time term. The advertising rates are quite different. The rate card is different for this particular time slot because this time slot has maximum viewership, maximum audience. Now we'll talk about broadcast media, radio. Before this, we discussed about broadcast media, television. Now we'll talk about radio. So it is available as broadcast, maybe local network or maybe globally or nationally also. And these radio networks are available through satellites and sometimes through cable also. Characteristics of broadcast media radio is broad reach to the mass market. It has fairly low cost per exposure, lower production costs than television. But the clutter remains an issue in case of radio also. Effectiveness is questionable. Radio is used as a background noise sometimes. So the effectiveness of the radio may be not much as compared to the television. Now we'll talk about some strategic marketing communication elements and some measurement concepts that are used in broadcast media radio. These elements are average quarter hour AQH. It is the number of people who are listening or tuned in to a given program at a given time. The measure based on 15-minute segments. Cum or cumulative radio audience. So it is the second element. It is an estimated number, that is the total number of different people who listen to the radio station programming for at least 5 minutes during the given day part. Now on your screen you can see an example of the radio day part breakdown depending upon the different time slots: morning time, daytime, afternoon daytime, drive time, night time, late nights, etc. So discussing about various types of advertising media or media organization, we talked about measurement concepts of broadcast media. In broadcast media, we talked about measurement concepts of television and radio. Now we'll talk about print media, magazines and newspaper. We'll discuss about the measurement concepts. Now, one of the most targeted and high involvement type of mass media is print media. There are some characteristics, important characteristics, like it has high reproduction quality. Ability to focus on a particular audience is possible through print media. Availability of long lead time before the publication dates. Now we'll talk about strategic marketing communication elements in print media magazines. So these important elements are circulation, rate base, recent reading, and through the book. Circulation is the total number of issues copies sold through all channels of distribution. Distribution may involve different channels for selling the copies. Rate base. Rate base is the guaranteed average issue circulation upon which a book's advertising rates are based, or these rates are advertising rate cards are fixed. Recent reading. Reading is a technique used by media mark research and responded shown magazines logos and asked if they have recently read or looked through the publication. So this is recent reading method. Through the book. Through the book is a technique used by Simon's Marketing Research Bureau. The respondents were shown stripped down version of a magazines and asked if they have read or looked through the specific issue recently. So these different methods are used in different countries and used by different publishers. So importantly, these are circulation, read based, recent reading, and through the books. Print media newspaper usually considered to be local media, and some characteristics are very short lead time, flexibility for insertion and production, immense clutter is there, many advertisement in each issue, advertisements short lifespan, and poor reproduction quality. So this is about newspaper. So there is a difference between the magazine and newspaper. Now strategic marketing communication elements used in print media newspaper. So we talked about print media magazines. Now we are discussing about print media newspaper strategic marketing communication elements. So this includes circulation, paid circulation, readership. So circulation is the total number of the copies sold through all channels of distribution, which includes subscription, newsstand, bulk sales. So these are the different channels of the distribution used in print publication, print media. Now, paid circulation is the number of copies sold from subscription or newsstand or bulk sales. Now, readership. Readership is the circulation of a newspaper multiplied by the estimated readers per copy. So these are the key elements or strategic marketing communication elements used in print media, newspaper for measuring the impact. Circulation, paid circulation, readership. Now we'll talk about out of home media or outdoor media. Prior to this, we talked about broadcast media. In broadcast media, we discuss about television, radio, and in print media, we talked about magazines and newspaper. Now, in out of home media, outdoor, we'll have more detailed discussion. The media that cannot be taken into home is outdoor media. This is a very simple definition. Now, examples of outdoor advertisement or outdoor media may include billboards, transit boards, aerial advertising, inflatables, or even transit advertising also. And some characteristics may include it offers a room for creativity and innovation. Creativity and innovation is possible through outdoor media, which makes very great impact on the audience. Now, the message must be short and concise in case of outdoor media because of the availability of the space. Now we'll talk about some strategic elements, strategic marketing communication elements used in out of home media or outdoor media. So these elements are daily effective circulation, which is DEC, gross rating points, GRPS, showing. These are the important key elements. So daily effective circulation DEC is the average number of the person's age 18 or over potentially exposed to an advertising display for either 12 hours unilluminated or 18 hours illuminated. Gross rating points. It is a measure related to duplicated circulation over a period of time. And showing is the number of panels in a given market required to reach a fixed percentage of the population on a daily basis. So these are the key elements, strategic marketing communication elements used in out of home media or outdoor media. We'll talk about point of purchase in out of home media. Now, point of purchase, any facilitating advertising element that is present at the point of purchase or decision to consume by the consumer. So characteristics are it offers a room for creativity and innovation given technology breakthrough, and it also offers wide variety of in-store advertising. But in this case, the clutter may be an issue. After discussing about the characteristics of point of purchase in out of home media, let's discuss about the measurement of effectiveness of point of purchase. Now, this measurement of effectiveness is evaluated by the parameters like how well in-store displays and marketing material drives the sale. Some key matrices may include assessing the incremental sales, that is incremental sales lift, product availability, out of stock reduction, share of shelf, and shoppers interaction rates. So these are some of the key matrices which may measure the effectiveness of the point of purchase. And there could be two different methods also like pre-measurement and post-measurement. Sales may be measured when in-store advertisement is inserted and in place, and post-measurement advertisement removed and measurement taken again in a scientific manner. So by employing these two methods, the effectiveness can also be checked. Among the various categories or classification of advertising media or media organizations, miscellaneous advertising is one of the category. Other than these, there are other categories like print media, broadcast or electronic media, out of home media or outdoor media, and this is miscellaneous advertising. So this refers to the non-traditional niche or one of promotional methods that fall outside major media categories like print media, broadcast media, TV, radio, newspaper, magazines. These strategies often focus on specific highly targeted audiences or immediate and localized impact includes executions that are focused to impact a particular segment of the population or audience. And some examples like cinema slides used in movie theaters, specialty items or promotional products, point of purchase displays, and miscellaneous classified advertisements, and even directories also. Advertising in DVDs and video games may also be considered as an example. Some characteristics may also include like it is less cluttered and local buys fairly cheap. So because of these types of different types of personalized advertising, people may get easily attracted also. But there is a danger of turning away or isolating potential consumers. So in this tutorial video, we talked about various categories of advertising media or so-called media organizations. These media organizations are the participants in integrated marketing communication process, IMC process. And we talked about broadcast media, print media, out of home media, and miscellaneous media. In broadcast media, we talked about the measurement concepts also. We talked about the measurement concepts of TV and radio. In print media, measurement concepts of magazines and newspaper was discussed. And in out of home media, measurement concept of outdoor media and point of purchase were discussed. Similarly, in case of miscellaneous media, we talked about measurement concepts.